About Macduff.
Right, yes, okay, good.
Can you repeat that, please? The question?
The first apparition, yes, the purpose of the first one is to predict that, to warn Macbeth against Macduff, yes? Beware the Thane of Five. Okay, that is the first one. Yes, okay. And obviously, he was already thinking about that. Yes, okay. And we have the second apparition, which is a bloody child. Yes. And let's see, what is the second prediction?
This is the part that Cynthia mentioned before.
Yes. Can you see, or do you want me to make it bigger? There. Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Bloody and bold. I love the alliteration, you know. Okay. Love to scorn the power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
He will be defeated by someone who was not born from a woman.
Okay. Yeah. And we are all born of women, are we not? Yeah. So far. Yes. We don't know in the future, but
yes, but I think he mentioned about the C-section, not natural.
Okay, it's unnatural. Yes, but it's unnatural that turns out to be natural because you know how many children are born of C-section. Yes, okay. So, but obviously this leads Macbeth to feel secure, right? Into a false safety. You know, he feels bold. And the same here. Then leave Macduff. What need I fear thee? You know, if no man, none of woman born shall harm me. I shouldn't fear anybody. But yet I'll make assurance double sure. Yes, okay. Anyway, just in case, you know, I will kill you. Yes, okay. Well, and sleep in spite of thunder, you know, in spite of all the threats. And okay, and the third one, there's a child with a tree, you know, in his hand. Yes, okay.
I think in this part, it mentions something about goods.
Yeah, right, the woods, Birnam Wood. Yes, Macbeth shall never vanquished be. He will never be vanquished until this wood comes to Dunsinane. Yes? Okay. Can the forest walk?
Is this a metaphor? Because of the army that is waiting for him?
Eventually, yes. But he doesn't know this. But look how he's inconsistent, because before he said that stones have been known to move and trees to speak, you know. This is like the Lord of the Rings, you know, the second part of the movie in which you have, yes, okay, but it's all intertextual. But and at the same time, he's ready to believe that it is impossible. Yes, who can impress the forest? Beat the tree and fix its earth-bound root. You know, he says it's impossible. Yes, the forest will never come to my castle. Yes, Dunsinane is his castle. Yes, okay. So, you know, rebellion's dead. Yes, because this is what he's afraid of, right? Rise never till the wood of Birmingham rise. Yes, and so our high place Macbeth shall leave the lease of nature. I mean, he shall live until, you know, naturally he dies a natural death, right? Okay. Pay his breath to time. Well, the time is a recurrent metaphor in Macbeth. And mortal custom, you know, live his life and die a natural death. Yes. Okay. But he has another question. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom? Yes, okay. But he wants to know. Yes, he's not satisfied. Yes, and so there is a show, right? Okay, what do the witches show? Carolina, you are muted. I don't know if you're saying something. Okay. No, okay. What is there?
All the Banquo's king's sons.
That's right. And even a glass is a mirror. Yes, in
A mirror.
it means that it is forever. Yes, okay. Well, obviously the critics at the time, or well, many critics nowadays, it's believed that this was Shakespeare wrote to please James, King James, yes, who was on the throne, his patron, and in a way the Scottish and English king, that there will be, he's a descendant of Banquos, right? Because this place was based on a history book, a Scottish history book. It was, that Shakespeare was super intertextual. He took texts and he adapted them and he rewrote them and he created something new. Yes, okay, new with intertextuality. We have discussed intertextuality, yes, dialogism, dialogues between texts, impacting words, okay? Well, and so here, a line that stretches out to the crack of doom, yes, okay? Well, obviously, and Banquo smiles upon him, right? Okay. But anyway, for the ones who have read the story, who takes the throne at the end of the play? Who becomes king?
Malcolm?
Malcolm. So for
I remember that scene in the movie. He is sitting on the throne in the middle of that big room.
Yes, okay. And this symbolizes the restoration of order, because after all the disorder, you have at the beginning a battle, a rebellion, the king of Norway, well, the restoration of order with Duncan. Then Duncan is murdered, and then you have all the disorder, yes, all the murders, and then obviously the invasion, and eventually the restoration of order. But this is also telling us that Fleance is not the king. So the line can be disrupted. Doesn't matter whether we just predicted. Yes, okay. Well, so at this point, yes, okay. Okay, Lennox enters. Yes, okay. And Macbeth, in a way, says, did you see the Wayward Sisters? He's talking about the witches with anybody, Yes, okay. And Lennox, he's also suspicious, of this king who seems to be going astray, let's say. Yes, okay. And he says that Macduff is fled to England. Yes, okay. Well, and we have another aside here. Yes, what is the purpose of this aside?
Dramatic irony?
Well, I don't know if it is dramatic irony. I mean,
Thought.
Is his intention, and look how quickly he makes decisions now, because before he thought, to kill or not to kill, and the pros and cons and the motivations. Now he just decides, from this moment, the first firstlings of my heart will be the firstlings of my hand. I mean, yeah, okay. So he is going to kill everybody, yes, especially the ones that trace him in his line, because he has even a question with lineage, because he has no heir. He fails to kill, he killed Duncan, but he failed to kill Fleance, and Macduff has children. So, he decides to, he makes his decision, yeah, and in this aside, yes, okay. And we've got this terrible scene in which, Macduff's castle is stormed. We've got Lady Macduff, and Ross tries to tell her to leave, yes, okay, but she doesn't know what to do. She's super helpless. I mean, she talks to her son and she tries to convince her son that He's not, his father is not a traitor. Yes, there's a messenger. We don't know who warns. Yes, but to run away. Yes, and where should I fly? Where can I go? You know, and well, at that moment, the murderers come and they kill them on stage. This happens on stage. Yes, okay, at least in this play. Yes, okay. And in the meantime, we go to England, yes, where Malcolm and Macduff are talking, right? Okay. What is Macduff doing there?
He's trying to convince Malcolm to come
Yeah.
back to take revenge.
That's right. Yes, and yes, okay. He says, each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face. Yes, okay. I mean, all these terrible things are happening to England. But Malcolm is, how can I say, skeptical. You loved him well. I mean, you thought
He doesn't trust.
No, he's obviously afraid because he's in exile, you know? Okay? He has not touched you yet. This is terrible because we know that Macduff's family has been slaughtered. He doesn't. They don't know. Yes? Okay? So obviously Malcolm has his doubts. Yes? Macduff says, I am not treacherous. Well, but Macbeth is, right? And so he's not to be convinced so quickly. Yes, okay. And then he says that he is not that good, you know? Yes. Well, it's even if he says, bleed, bleed, poor country, yes, and he's Malcolm says that he's not good enough. Yes, okay, because he is very vicious, you know, have lots of vices. Yes, okay. And well, he says that I don't know where it is in this version, but he likes lots of women and he was going to have all their wives and ladies. But says, don't worry, we are going to provide some women for you. No, but I want money. I like money. I would like all your money. Well, we are going to, you know, and then
I think it's in this part.
Yeah.
When it says your wife, your daughters.
Yes, right. Yes. Where is it? My lust. Yeah, here, you know, my desire. Yes, better Macbeth than me. Yes, because I'm very lustful. Right? Okay. And then, what is it? Perseverance. It's very long. Then take it easy and read it several times. And Macduff feels, you know, like, oh, Scotland, there is no way out. Yes, what can we do? Okay. Well, eventually he convinces, yes, okay, and Malcolm tells him that he's really good, that he was doing it on purpose. Then we have the doctor. I'm going to leave in the classroom. I forgot about this. A mini video about health and sickness, yes, in Macbeth, and the idea of, you know, the country being sick, and there are lots of doctors because there is a question of madness there too. Yes, okay. You know, before Freud, we are, you know, Freud is early 20th century, and this is the 17th, early 17th. Yes, okay. What is it? And then Ross enters, you know, and why is Ross there?
Sorry, no, I haven't heard.
What is Ross doing there? He brings news.
About the murder of Lady
Macbeth. Macduff.
Macduff. Okay, right. Yes. What is the nearest grief? You know, and at the beginning, Rose doesn't want to tell him. Yes. How does my wife? Well, why? Well, and all my children well. Has the tyrant not battered at their peace? You know. Well, they were at peace when I did leave them. Of course, they were at peace because they were dead. Yes. Okay. Well, it says, be not a niggard of your speech. How goes it? Yes. And then Wesley says, okay. He tells him, yes, okay. What is it? Here. Keep it not from me and tell me, you know, okay. And he says, your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered. Yes, okay. And Macduff says, my children too? Wife, children, servants, all that could be found. Okay, my wife kills too, I have said. Yes, okay. My version is different, sorry. And Malcolm says, be comforted, let's make us medicines of our great revenge. You know, he says, okay, you know, it's a great pain, but you will take revenge and you will feel better. Yes. And Macduff says he has no children, you know, because Malcolm is young and he cannot feel the way he feels. All my pretty ones. Did you say all? Oh, hell kite, all. I mean, he cannot believe that all of them have been killed. Yes, okay. All my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop. And here is, you know, nature is the bird of prey, you know, killing them like little birds. Yes, okay. Well, so this is obviously Macduff feels terrible because he feels guilty. Yes, okay. They were struck for thee, right? Because of you, okay. But this is the moment in which he decides to go over and, you know, organize the attack. And we have this last act, which is Act 5. Yes, okay. That is the last one. Yes.
A question. Why is it that Macbeth and his wife do not have children?
That is a gap of indeterminacy. In the movie, they have filled this gap, which is not in the play, by showing that the child has died. Yes, a baby. Yes, and in this way they justify the question of the milk, you know, and I have given suck, because she says, you know, I have given suck. Yes, and so apparently the children have died. Yes, but we don't know. Yes, there's a gap in the narrative.
And there is other boy. And there is another boy that dies in the battle, that in the movie follows him during his madness, but I don't know if he is his child, his son, or not. I was in doubt because here it doesn't appear.
No, in the play it doesn't
I think
appear.
that child who appears is Banquo's child, the one who was killed.
No.
No, I should have to see
During
the
the
movie
battle.
again. But in the book, in the play, the original play, they don't have any children. Yes, and this might be one of the reasons why, you know, she is, you know, at the beginning, like she's so unsexed, so, you know, like denying her gender in a way, you know. And the question of the milk there seems that she has been breastfeeding, but it's rather obscure. Yes, because it says, turn my milk for gold. Yes, that's what she says, you know, when she is summoning these dark spirits. But, well, there is nothing in the text. Yes, in the productions, many include a child that died. Yes, and well, and this also leads to their mental instability in a way, right? Okay. Well, so any other question? No? Okay. Well, and we have a doctor here. Yes, that's why I was talking about health, you know, yes, and the gentlewoman, and they are talking about Lady Macbeth. Yes, with a taper, with a candle. Yes, okay. And she's fast asleep, right? What is Lady Macbeth doing?
Let herself die. Letting herself die.
Well, eventually, yes. But now what is she doing?
She's washing her hands.
Yes, asleep. So
All
she's
the time.
sleepwalking, yes?
Yeah.
And she's washing her hands. What does it tell us? She has a light by her, so she's afraid of darkness. Yes, sorry. All the time, yes, okay. Her eyes are open, but their senses shut. So she, her sleep, do you remember at the beginning when Macbeth said that he was not going to sleep no more because he has murdered Duncan in sleep? Well, and she said, don't think about it because it will make us mad, and the deed is done, and don't think about it anymore. Yes, and a little water clears us of this deed. Well, now we've got in this act, we haven't seen Lady Macbeth since the banquet, more or less, yes? And now she's sleepwalking, she's afraid of the dark, she washes her hands, you know, she rubs her hands, you know, yes? She seems to be washing, yes, okay. Here's a spot of blood, yes, okay. And then she starts saying things. Out, damn spot. Out, I say 1, 2. Do you remember the bells? Yes, that they were signal to kill. Why then it's time to do it? Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and afraid. Yes, okay, she is sort of reenacting everything that happened. Who would have thought the old man would have so much blood in him? The container metaphor. Yes, okay. All this blood out of the container. Yes. The Thane of Five had a wife. Where is she now? Obviously, she doesn't know exactly what's going on, but she suspects. Yes, okay. There is that her husband has had a hand there. Will these hands never be clean? Yes. No more of that, Lord, no more. You mar all this with this starting. This is the moment of the banquet. So she's reliving, you know, all these, and she has gone crazy. Yes, okay. So here's the smell of blood. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Yes, sorry. Have my.
She tries to confess the murder.
We don't know if she's confessing. She is sleepwalking and she's talking because obviously she's mentally disturbed and she needs to say it, you know, she needs to, she's not healthy. I mean, she's got a problem with her mental sanity. And well, and she's alone. Yes, okay. And the doctor says this disease is beyond my practice. Okay, there were no psychologists or psychiatrists in the 17th century.
He suspects,
obviously,
about
and he doesn't
murder.
want to hear anything, you know, because he says, well, to bed, there's knocking at the gate. Do you recognize this part? Yes? Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. Yes? And then she goes to bed. Yes? Okay. And the doctor is afraid because he knows where he is. I think, but dare not speak. You know? She needs more the divine than the physician. It's a spiritual question. Yes? God forgive us all, right? Okay? But there's nothing he can do. Yes? Okay? So we have a frail Lady Macbeth, sleepwalking alone. Yes? And then here we've got all the, well, all the soldiers, Angus, Lennox, the soldiers. Yes? Okay? What does the tyrant? Great Dunsinane, he fortifies, obviously they have to attack. Yes, Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him, do call him valiant fury, you know, because this is one of the characteristics of the tragic hero. He is brave, and so he still has followers, because, well, he was a general, he was respected, yes. But then here you have also the container metaphor, you know, I don't know if containment, yeah. It's connected with clothes, you know, the metaphor for clothes. He cannot buckle his temper course with a belt of rule, you know, he cannot control it, yes, okay. And well, let's see, they are marching, yes, okay, and they go towards Burnham. And here we can anticipate, Shakespeare is telling us they are going to this wood, yes, and what is going to happen there? Okay, we've got Macbeth, yes, okay. Okay, he holds on to the prophecy, yes, okay. I'm not afraid, yeah, because still Birnam Wood comes to Dunsinane, yes, and somebody who is not born of a woman can oppose me. I'm not afraid, yes, fear not Macbeth, yes, okay. So let then fly false face, obviously, because his soldiers, many of them, are deserting him. Yes, and mingle with the English epicures. They are going to the other, you know, side. Okay, and he will never shake with fear. Well, we know that he may have lots of vices, but he is no coward. Yes, okay. His servant, the devil damn the black thou crane faced loon, is pale with fear. Yes, okay. Where do you have that goose look? You know, you are pale, you are so afraid. There is 10,000, okay, 10,000 soldiers, right? Okay. Well, well, nothing. He calls his servant, yes, okay, and this, well, I like this part. For me, it's the best. Yes, when he says, "I have lived long enough." Yes, my way of life is falling into the sea, the yellow leaf. You know, this is our images of autumn. And that which should accompany old age as honor, love, obedience, troop of friends I must not look to have. He's evaluating his life. Has it been successful? No. He has no friends, no obedience, no honor, right?
No wife.
Nothing. In their stead, curses, not loud, but deep mouth, honor, breath, lip service, you know, when you say that you are loyal to somebody, but it's only mouth honor because it is not felt. Yes, okay, which the poor heart would fain deny, I dare not. I take pity on him a little bit in this part. I don't know you, but you know, okay. Well, so what is left? Give me my armor. Yes, I'll put it on, right? Okay.
He's going to fight.
Yes, he's going to fight. How does your patient, doctor? Well, the doctor tells her that his wife, you know, cannot sleep. Cure her of that, as if it was so simple, you know, he tells her. Cure her of that, yes, pluck from her memory, look at all the imperatives, yes, okay, pluck, raise, cleanse, yes, as if it was so easy to cure her, right? Okay, well, as says the patient must minister to itself, throw physics to the dogs. I mean, there is none of it. Okay, well, again, the image is connected to purging the land, cleansing it. Yes, I'm going to leave this video. Yes, I will put it. Where do you want me to put it? In the wiki or in the lesson? Well, then you tell me. Yes, okay.
It's the same.
It's the same.
The same.
Okay. Well, and I will not be afraid of death and pain till Birmingham Forest come to Dunsinane. Yes? And what happens in the next scene? Where are they? In the woods. Yes? Okay? What wood is this before us? Remember, this is the 17th century. Yes, there were no props, so everything was in language. Yes, what bird, and we would have done this. What wood is this? So it's the wood of Birman. Yes, okay. Let every soldier hew cut down a bough, Narama, and bear it before him. Yes, there we will shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery a report of us. You know, if each of us
To confuse.
yeah, because you cannot count how many people are coming. But what will Macbeth see from the castle?
The good moving.
Exactly. Yes, and hereby the first prophecy shall be fulfilled, the second one, in fact. Yes, okay. This is just to, and so how the pace quickens and we are super fast into the next scene. Yes, okay. Well, we've got here the cry of women. What has happened?
Lady
Lady
Macbeth.
Macbeth.
Yeah. The Queen Lord is dead. I love this soliloquy. This is one of the most famous soliloquies in the history of literature. Yes, okay. She should have died hereafter.
She killed herself, isn't she?
Yeah, she committed suicide. Yes, that is another gap, but we take it for granted that, I here I have sub full of horrors. Yes, okay. This is also the container metaphor we talked about. I have sub full of horrors. I mean, nothing can shake me. But well, the Queen Lord is dead. She should have died hereafter. At this moment. On top of that, there would have been a time for such a word. I love this, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. If it's a containment, I mean, if life is a path and the path, the future lies ahead, does he have a tomorrow? There is no tomorrow, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. How tired he is. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day. Do you see how he's super tired of life, yes? To the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Now, after tomorrow, what have we got? Death, dusty death. And this beautiful metaphor, out, brief candle. Yes, okay. Life is a candle, ephemeral, Life is by a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Here we have the stage as a metaphor also, that life is a play. We play a role in life and then we die. Sorry, don't be sad, yes, but it's a tragedy, right? And then it's heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Life is meaningless, right? It's a beautiful soliloquy, yes, to suggest the hopelessness of life or the meaningfulness of life, let's say. Yes, okay. Well, the crying is to set the atmosphere. Yes, that lady. These are the women wailing here at the back. Yes, you will miss my lessons. This is unforgettable. Your experience with Shakespeare and Macbeth in this context is super.
We are feeling it.
We are in the theater.
Yes, we can leave the play.
I wanted my family to participate with the acting so it would feel, more like
inclusion.
Okay. My God. Well, okay. So this is beautiful. I don't know if you read Faulkner, yes, William Faulkner, The Sound and there's a book, The Sound and the Fury, you know, you will see that you will find lots of these elements from Macbeth in different books, you know, movies, series, right? Okay, well, all right. And then we've got, what is it? What is it? Does it say that? Here, the messenger says that he looked towards Berman, yes, and the wood began to move. So his wife is dead. You know, the wood is coming. All right, liar and slave. You know, he cannot believe it. Yes, okay, let me endure your wrath. Yeah, but you know, I could see it coming, right? Okay, well, and so it is coming. Yes. At least we will die with harness on our back. Yes, okay. He will die fighting, right?
He dies fighting. All right.
And he dies fighting. Yes, okay. We have 3 minutes, okay? Do you want to connect again and finish it, or would you rather connect tomorrow and round it off? What do you think?
I think today we should finish it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, so I'm going to stop it now, and because se va a cortar in the middle of my next explanation. Right. Yes. Okay. Good. So we